Hi, Gil from Testing Gil here. Mocking is a fundamental part of unit testing. Also, it comes in other flavors outside the unit test world. So, what we're going to talk about today is going to focus on unit testing, but we're probably going to do another video about mocking in other kinds of tests. So, let's talk about dependencies. Hard to live with them, extremely hard to live without them. We can't write everything from scratch. So, much like vampires, we invite them into our code, and they gladly accept. Our function might need to call another service, or might need access to read a file. In our unit tests, we want to isolate our logic from these dependencies. We want to control the dependencies behavior to see if our code works as expected. The solution is mocking. But mocking syntax can be sometimes confusing. There's a good reason for that. Mocking libraries are general purpose, and so they have general purpose syntax. They don't know our applications or our context. So the syntax is general and sometimes complex. And sometimes you need to know all kinds of tricks and know how they're really working and how they're built in order to use them. So if we don't, let's ask somebody who does know. Our AI genie. Let's ask it to create the mocking code for our tests. This way, our tests will run quickly and reliably and will do exactly what we want it to do. So here's our example for today. This is a user service class. Its job is to get user data and format it. But looking at the code, you'll see that it depends on a database service. This is where it gets the user data. In our unit test, we don't really want to make a call to the real database. So let's ask the AI genie to mock the database dependency. And like magic, we have a new test with exactly the behavior that I want from the mock. Now, let's take a look at this mocking code. I'm using JavaScript and vtest as a test framework. I'm using vi.mock function to do the mock and set its behavior. So I'm replacing the calls to the database service with fake ones. I specifically set the behavior of getUserById method to return the values that I wanted, to see how my code in the user service reacts to it. I tell it to return the fake user data. So now our test can call the user service methods to see if it formats the data that is fetched from the database, but not the real one from the mocked one. We're checking the behavior of the user service code with the aid of our mock. Plus, we have a test that is quick and is reliable. Well, as quick as JavaScript goes. Isolation is fundamental for good unit testing. Using AI to generate the mocking code, which can be sometimes very complex, especially with generics and optional parameters, can get rid of all the noise and keep us on track. With the test controlling the external dependencies and its behaviors, we can build confidence that our code works correctly in these tests and therefore will work correctly in production. Now that we have this test, we can move on to other tests and set other kinds of data to be returned and see how our code reacts to them. Dependencies. It's hard to live without them, but with AI, they're really easy to mock. That's all for today. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share it, and watch other videos on this channel. And in the comments below, tell me, what kind of mocks do you generate? Until next time, bye-bye.